how has this man never made, like, everyone's made ramen at least one point in their life. It should have been at least once. I guess, I don't know. Guess we're that poor.
You know what's poor? The theater industry. Yeah, that's a hell of a segue.
Oh, they're struggling. They're struggling.
Did you hear what happened?
About Warner Bros. And AMC? Is that what you're about to talk about?
Warner Brothers. So let me explain. So HBO, Warner Brothers, has officially announced that all of 2021's films that were slated to release are all going to be released on HBO Max for 30 days.
For free?
At the release date, if you're a subscriber. And they'll also be in theaters at the same time. That's hard. Especially for a guy like me. Now, I understand a lot of average consumers. Like, I was debating with Aaron with this at work. He loves this.
The idea of it.
He loves it because he's like, times are changing, shit like that. And I 100% get that. I get that point of view. But coming from someone like me who loves the movie experience more than fucking anything, like, we've gone to movies for fucking years.
So many.
You can't get an Avengers Endgame experience for the first time from your couch. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
I feel like those types of movies like Dune, I feel like Dune should be watched in the theater. I'm really excited about Dune.
Here's my thing. I would have, and I'm also excited about Dune. Dune, you are a crazy person if I'm not going to go see Dune in theaters.
Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the freaking giant worm coming out of the, I was like, what is...
What I would have done...
I've never read the book, though. So.
Well, I know what they're trying to do because as of right now, HBO Max is a shit show.
Really?
Dude, it's a shit show. There's like nothing on there. At least
they have Game of Thrones. I finished watching that.
Sure. Do they have... And, people are going to correct me. Do they have things? Yeah. But they don't have... they have Game of Thrones, but it's over. They don't have, as of right now, like, a Mandalorian. And granted, that's the only thing that Disney Plus has right now is a Mandalorian.
And Mulan now, that just came out.
But that failed miserably because they charge people.
Yeah, no, I think it's free now. Like, I just saw...
It's free now, but when they tried a new model, and I understand why they tried it, it failed.
They were trying to make... Which was so dumb. They should have seen that coming. Like, I see they were trying... Some people probably did buy it.
Oh, they did. But it lost hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
It was a test. And
it failed.
I don't blame them for testing
They attempted it, yeah.
They make... Disney and all them, they test things all the time for millions of dollars that people like us don't even know about, and it fails all the time. This was just something that we know about.
But don't they just can't they just write that off as a loss, especially like during this time, like COVID?
I don't know the logistics of that,
okay,
so I can't say. But that was a test.
That's research later.
And they failed. So Warner Brothers is looking at that, going, okay, so we can't charge people, at least not yet. So they decided, because like I said, they're releasing all their films for free for 30. So it's only for 30 days until a couple months later, then they can put it back on.
What if they do like a cheap thing? What if they do like cheaper, like it's $5?
$5, like subscription?
No,
like if they were to charge extra. I was talking about that. I was talking about that with Aaron, and he was talking, and we came up with a price like. I think most people would be like willing to spend.
It's $5.
$9.99.
$9, because that's about a ticket. But see, that's why I went $5 is because like you lose that theater experience, with that surround sound and everything like that.
You see, and I understand people's point of view
because Disney was charging them $30 a head for Milan, like to buy it. I'm like, what?
It was and they also like a couple weeks later made it available on Amazon to buy it for cheaper. So
really? Wow, I missed that one. So yeah.
Wow. This could be a good thing and a bad thing, but for theaters, this is just they're
devastating.
They're dead.
Yeah, especially the small ones.
So as of right now, from what I was reading, for example, right now the theater takes a cut, not a big cut. But a cut from the ticket sales.
Most of
most of them go to the actual movies. Yeah. Because the movie theaters don't make money off the tickets. They make money off the food.
Merchandise, yeah.
And so as of right now, the cut of that movie that they were originally getting is increased.
Oh, okay.
So the people who are making the movie are taking less money from the theaters. They're getting the money from their services, but they're not getting the money from the theaters. So you'd think off the top that, okay, that just raises their profits then. Not necessarily, because you still have to have those people go in droves. If it was me, because they did this because of Disney Plus saying that they're going all in on streaming.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would have done like half. So, because there's some of those movies that I'm not going to go see. Look, I know there's fans of Tom and Jerry. I know there's fans of Tom and Jerry, the live action movie.
Yeah.
Or who are excited to see that.
That's definitely a kid movie.
But that's not something I'd be willing to see. That's something you can release. Hell, the biggest movie I'd probably release on there would probably be the third Conjuring movie. Like, that's a good way
to entice people to, like, hey, come on in.
Yeah,
like,
third Conjuring movie. I mean, they have the Snyder cut of Justice League coming out in a couple months.
I'm super excited about that.
Me too. They have a lot of things coming, and I don't think that in the long run for theaters, it's not going to work out for theaters. Just throwing that out there. No matter how it ends up, this is not good for theaters, because the only thing that's going to be good for the short term is the people who want to go to the theaters, and this is why. So, say if I want to go see Suicide Squad, the next one by James Gunn.
When's that come out? Like 2022?
Next year. It's included in the slate.
Oh, it is included in it. Okay.
Yeah. So Godzilla versus King Kong is on the slate. Do you understand? Like, that movie is not something I want to see on my TV for the first time. Yeah, I want to see that in the fucking IMAX theater with like the surround sound. And I understand people's point of view of, I don't like the movie theater. I have bad experiences when I go there. People talk. People, fuck with their phones and shit. I get that. But at the same time, there's something about when you go to an Avengers movie or a DC movie or a Star Wars movie, and there's a crowd of people who at certain points in the movie are just cheering when there's good moments.
Oh, when Cat picked up the hammer.
When people are sad in sad moments. There's something about that to me that nothing tops that. At the end of Endgame, when they're doing the signatures of all the cast members and everyone's cheering at every part, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I watched Chris Stuckman's video on this. I think I agree with him 100%. I retain more from a movie while watching it in theaters because the experience is more memorable. I remember almost every movie I've seen in the theaters where I was sitting and this and that, because of the experience. Even bad movies. I've seen bad movies, like I've walked out of a couple movies. I've walked out of Daddy's Home because fuck that piece of shit.
With the second one?
No, the first one, and I wasn't even giving the second one. I try to forget they ever made a second one.
I saw the first one at the one in Woodstock.
God, I have a story.
So do I. I have a story about that one too. We'll come back to that one.
What was it? Hitman's Bodyguard, and I know people like that movie. I don't.
They're coming out with a second one with that one too.
And I'm probably not going to see that either. That's just my opinion, though. This is my opinion. And the third one, which was most recent, Tenet.
You didn't.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Because I couldn't fucking hear them. I couldn't hear them at all. That movie's sound design, that movie's writing, I don't know any of the fucking characters in that goddamn movie. I don't know their names. I know the actors' names. I don't know the fucking plot details. I know they're trying to stop World War III. That's all I fucking know. I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. I've read on the movie, and I still don't know what the fuck happened.
I mean, I like Christopher Nolan's idea about it. That looked really cool.
Christopher Nolan, I love his movies, but he's a stubborn bastard. Because almost everybody universally, even people who like the movie, people who like the movie said, listen, man, your sound design's a little off. I think you need to improve that. I don't believe there's nothing wrong with my sound design.
Really?
He didn't say this exact word, but like...
he was thinking it.
But no, I just kind of summarized what he said. I can't... I don't have the quote with me, but I probably should bring up the quote. But in the short term, he basically said that. He basically said he doesn't agree. I think he said something about artistic vision. There's nothing about artistic vision that's I shouldn't have. I understand with certain parts of the movie, I'm not going to understand everything that's going on. Sometimes that's meant on purpose. Yeah. Like you can't hear things. Sometimes things are mumbled in like a scene where like people are running or whatever. I get that.
And they're saying something.
But when two people are just having a simple conversation and I can't fucking hear a goddamn word, that is bad.
Wow.
I turned to Nadine and I'm like, do you know what the fuck is happening? She goes, your guess is as good as mine. I was like, I've been literally sitting at a screen just staring at this thing. And I was like, as soon as we get the check, we're leaving. And I got the guy and I'm like, check please. He goes, this early? I was like, oh yeah. I am so looking forward to this drive home. Like because it was my first movie in like, it might be my last movie, but it was the first movie I've seen in fucking months, man. Because the last movie before that I saw was Invisible Man. And that was a great movie.
That was a surprisingly good movie.
Amazing. I saw made for $4 or $5 million, I think.
Yeah, it was by Blumhouse, wasn't it? They do a lot of cheap movies that do really good.
But you can't. But going off that, there's only a couple movies I walked out of. But I love the fucking movie experience so much.
Beautiful movie experience.
And it's gonna die. That's why when I get my house or whenever that happens, I want to have a home theater. I'm not talking a fucking 70-inch TV, which I have. I'm not talking that. I'm talking like 120-inch projector with like
some good surround sound,
Dolby Digital surround sound, or what's it? I think it's Dolby. I don't know. It's something fancy. Atmos, Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, sure.
I want some Dolby Atmos speakers. I want some nice fucking recliner. I want those. I want those movie theater recliners, man. I want to feel like I don't. If the movie theaters die, I'm bringing its legacy with me, motherfucker. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna watch some of these movies on HBO Max. But like I said, I was gonna do that anyway for some of them. But like Wonder Woman, for example, I'm gonna go see Wonder Woman in theaters
if
they're available, and I think they are. And I'll wear a mask and shit like that.
That's coming out in December, ain't it?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Did you know that Christmas is the time of the year where most people go see movies? Like on Christmas Day.
Like later on, probably in the day.
No, I would. Duh, but like Christmas Day, the most people go out and watch movies out of any day of the year.
Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's consistently though.
Huh.
So.
Good call.
I'm upset.
It is sad. Are we gonna be like those people that like kids today don't know what it was like?
Yeah, to wait in line.
Yeah.
We had to wait in line for fucking Far From Home. Remember that?
Far From Home.
What was it? Far From Home?
Force Awakens.
No. Well, we did wait in line for. We were the first ones in line for Force Awakens.
We were early. We were like 3 hours early, weren't we?
Oh yeah, this was right before the Alamo got
the assigned seats.
Yeah, because the theaters near us for the longest time were like the last ones on Earth who didn't have selective
seating. Which was
seating.
beautiful because I thought it was like amazing. No, they're not. They probably went.
It's good and bad because it's good for people who don't mind waiting. Because I don't mind waiting.
I didn't mind. Like if you have a group of people with you to enjoy,
who gives a fuck?
But if you were by yourself, I could kind of see why you waiting.
Yeah, or just you and like your girlfriend or just one other person. I can
fucking loser.
I can kind of get that, but there's, man, I'm just going to really miss it. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you want more entertainment like this, down in the description is our podcast playlist where you can watch full-length episodes. All of our links, including Spotify and iTunes, are also down below. Please like and subscribe if you want more.